After taking a long week off, NAMT returns to action this week to kick off the final stretch of the season. In our double event weekend before the break, we saw Brandon Adam get his second double down of the season, Trevor Amos pick up a racing victory, and Andrew Sheets earn 2 freestyle victories. As a result, all 3 drivers have locked themselves into the NAMT Playoff Series. Meanwhile, Tyler Richmond, Josh Gajewski, Vincent Akard, and Trevor Michalesko are also competitors to keep an eye on, as they are likely to lock themselves into some of the few remaining playoff positions sometime over the next 2 events. This week's track inside Angel Stadium in Anaheim, California has a unique take on the traditional SoCal-style racing course, with a long straightaway that snakes back to a side-by-side tabletop finish. The freestyle course has a variety of obstacles that should provide some big air and technical challenges for these competitors. Now, with only 9 spots remaining, who will be next to lock themselves into the playoff series? Can Andrew Sheets continue his freestyle win streak? Will we see a new driver win racing? Find out this week as Event 8 of NAMT starts right now.
We are back here at North American Monster Trucks in Anaheim, California at Angel Stadium. Beautiful California weather tonight on this crazy SoCal course, and back alongside me is Danny Mackey to call all this racing action. Danny, are you excited to see how this course is going to unfold?
Yes, this should be a fun night of action. Racing should be a challenge for these drivers. Saw huge favorites to that gray lane in qualifying. We'll see how that works out throughout the night of the event. And we have some big freestyle obstacles for these guys to try to tackle. So with 2 events left in the regular season, it should be definitely a challenging night for everyone.
Yeah, we're going to get started here. Brandon Adam, #1 qualifier, is going to take on Chadwick Deerfoot.
Yeah, Brandon's all season long been the man to watch in racing. Him and Trevor Amos, the only 2 men to win a racing competition this season. Brandon would be going for number 5 on the year, if he can get it done tonight, but he'll have to take on Chadwick Deerfoot. Chadwick getting back into the tour again. He's made a couple events so far this season. We'll see how he can do as well.
We have Brandon Adam entering Angel Stadium in his Fireworks Trophy truck, just waiting on his opponent, Chadwick Deerfoot, who is on his way into the tunnel. Brandon taking the gray lane, Chadwick being thrown in the blue lane. We're going to see how this lane choice unfolds tonight. It could prove to completely change the way the racing unfolds. Chadwick with a lead off the line. Brandon Adams sleeping a little bit, but as they go around the turn into the fun box, Chadwick with a slight lead.
Yeah, coming back around to this final sweeping turn to the finish. Chad's keeping it close. He's actually pushing hard, and he is going to take the upset victory. The first race of the night, number 16, taking down Brandon Adam. Who would have thought coming into this event, especially with the circumstances for the track, Chadwick Deerfoot is going to be moving on to round 2.
Wow, I know that race just shocked a bunch of people. The blue lane taking the first win of the night, especially against the #1 qualifier. What an upset there for Chadwick. And I mean, now I'm completely clueless as to how these lanes are going to play out, because I thought for sure that gray lane had an advantage.
Well, definitely in qualifying, we saw a huge favorites to the gray lane. Almost everyone we saw come out here ran both their passes in that gray lane. only a few people opted for the blue lane, just out of preference for the turns there. But I mean, when it comes down to the race, if you're not going to show up, then it doesn't matter how you did in practice or in qualifying.
Alex Lindgren and Vincent Akard on the line now, a Willman and piece of scrap. Let's see how this race unfolds with Alex taking that gray lane. Even off the line as they thunder down the straightaway towards the fun box, and it's going to be dead even right now as these two Willmans slide it in, and Vincent maybe with a slight lead.
Yeah, we're seeing that blue lane pushing a bit of an advantage again, although he washes out. Vincent loses it too wide, and it looks like it will be Alex Lindgren.
Yeah, that did look like Alex Lindgren took that one by a tire at the finish, but still a very close race for sure. Next race is going to be Josh Gajewski and Travis Palm. Gajewski with lane choice. We're going to see what lane he takes. He's going to be coming in the control freak.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the rest of this bracket will play out as with these qualifiers, trying to see what this really plays around with. I'm really curious if we'll see any more upsets in the first round. I mean, that's the biggest one you usually ever can see, is the 16th qualifier moving out of the first round. We'll have to see. We'll take a look at our brackets in a few races just to get an idea of what's to come. But definitely exciting early on.
Gajewski in the gray lane. We'll see if that helps him here. He definitely gets the fun box first, but around the turn it evens out, and it's going to be even out of the fun box.
Yeah, Travis keeping it very tight around the fun box turn, though he's going to overspin it in the final turn and give it to Gajewski. What could have been a very close race there. Two different driving styles, a lot of wide open drifting from Gajewski, keeping the truck moving, whereas Travis was trying to corner a bit more. Just a bit too much in the end for him, though. Well, he's always the man to watch outside of Brandon Adam in racing. Trevor Amos is going to be up in this next matchup against Alex Carullo. With Brandon out, I wouldn't necessarily say that Trevor is the odds-on favorite here. He did qualify 5th tonight, but the only other person to win a racing bracket, that kind of puts all the eyes on him to see if he can do it here.
Trevor Amos with a lead off the line into the fun box. He's going to get there first, but he tries to throw it in and it worked out, but Trevor's leading now.
Yeah, very smooth all the way around the chicane there through to the finish, and by about a truck and a half lane victory for him, as Alex will leave early in this bracket.
Yeah, it looks like that gray lane advantage is starting to creep up as it with close races at the start, but now it seems like the gray lane is taking the lead every race.
Yeah, you can't always expect to see these types of upsets all throughout the bracket. We'll take a look at them now before we get into our next matchup, as we'll be heading into the second into the looking at the first half of round one we just finished up seeing there. Chadwick Deerfoot, the big storyline so far, number 16 moving on. He'll be taking on Alex Lindgren, and then Gajewski and Trevor Amos will be taking on in the second half of the second race of round two. And then we're finishing up the final half of round one now. We'll be seeing Tyler Richmond and Magnus Berkland. Then we have Trevor Michalesko and John Zimmer. Andrew Sheets, Tyler May, and then Mark Collinari is a man to watch as well. Taking on Chris Bielek, we have not seen in quite a while. It'll be interesting to see how he can perform here tonight.
Tyler Richmond and Magnus Berkland on the line, Outbreak and Zanzibar. Tyler Richmond with the lane choice, taking the gray lane.
We're about to get back into the racing here.
Even off the line, going into the turn, it looks like Tyler has a slight lead. Oh, but Magnus spins it out and he's up on his side.
He'll be a nice save out of it though, but that will leave him well out of the way to be able to come back and get the win here. Tyler Richmond and Outbreak moving on over that Zanzibar truck. It's a 14.9968 for Tyler. One of the first sub 15-second pass we've seen in racing so far. Plenty out, almost over half the field qualifying below 15 seconds, but first one in racing. So we'll see if he can keep himself moving faster than everyone else.
Trevor Michalesko and John Zimmer off the line even as they head towards the fun box. It looks like Trevor tries to slide it in, and it does work out. John Zimmer, and they're both dead even now.
Yeah, Trevor, the rear end washed out a little bit on the exit of the fun box, but it won't matter as he will nudge out that victory by a very slim margin. John Zimmer putting a great effort in the blue lane, but unable to just miss it, make up the ground. He loses by about a tire length. A lot of changes this week for racing. First time, I think, for most of the season, these guys have been competing on a bit of a longer track. Normally, we see times around somewhere between 19 and like 20, 21 seconds. These are much faster passes down in the 15, high 14, low 15 second range. So these guys, a lot less room for error as they're going around the course. We're about to see Andrew Sheets and Scala Dragon and Tyler May in Poison coming up to race just now. Andrew Sheets, one of the 4 drivers just outside of being locked in for the playoff series that'll be kicking off in about 2 weeks. A couple guys to watch tonight to keep an eye on.
Andrew Sheets with the lead off the line by about a half truck. So they come to the fun box. Sheets has a great entry to the turn. Tyler takes it much tighter, but they're about even.
Yeah, Tyler let off a lot of speed getting a tighter turn through the fun box, and he's going to push a little bit wide. Sheets having some problems through the finish. He'll cross first. I think he got the victory there. We're going to double check. We might be calling on the officials to take a double check of the finish. And it is going to be a 5-second penalty on Andrew Sheets, just missing the inside tire up the ramp, as that will hand the victory over to Tyler May in poison. He'll be moving on to the next round. Unfortunate break for what has been a pretty strong resurgence for Andrew this season. Just another one of those nights where the turn cards get in the way. He kind of oversteered that final turn. Mark Collinari and Chris Bielek taking it on here, going through the fun box. Pretty even most of the way through here. We'll see how the final turn plays out for both of these guys. Mark keeps it clean through to the finish, and Chris has a whole bunch of problems at the finish line as he loses it all the way, tumbling down to the track. As Mark Collinari in that Wicked Willies will be moving on to the next round, party time, ending it early in racing. As that'll wrap up round 1 now. We'll take a look at the brackets for round 2
before we do that. I think we're going to have to go back and review the second race of the competition between Alex Linger and Vincent Akard. There is some discrepancy with who crossed the line first, and that is going to be our next race. So we do want to make sure that we have the right competitors in the second round.
Yes, we will. We'll be sure to take a look at that just right now. That was definitely one of the closest races of the first round here. And it looks like after further inspection of this race by probably one of the closest margins of victory of this season, it looks like we are going to be turning that race over for Vincent Akard. As I don't know if there was a closer matchup we've had. I know Brandon Adam and Josh Gajewski we mentioned earlier this season was a very close race. Unfortunate break for Alex there as we take a look at the round 2 brackets. Before we get back into the action, it'll be Chadwick Deerfoot and Vincent Akard now, and then Josh Gajewski, Trevor Amos, Tyler Richmond, and Trevor Michalesko, and then finally Tyler May and Mark Collinari to round out second round of racing. Couple of guys left in the bracket, guys to look out for the next lock-in spot. Vincent was one of those guys we were talking about before the show. He gets another chance to get move up. He's currently 6th overall in points.
We're going to have Chadwick Deerfoot and Vincent Akard line up now as it's great to see Chadwick making it to round 2. I know he hasn't been that successful in racing so far this season, but after that incredible upset in round 1, I mean, I think he's got a good chance in this race, even though unfortunately he doesn't have lane choice here.
Yeah, lane choice, the story of the night, it will seem like. But we'll see. Chadwick seems to be breaking the narrative here, as you said.
In a turn of events, Vincent Akard will be taking the blue lane, and Chadwick is...
Some confusion between our drivers. Don't seem to be aware of where lane choice was for this race, as it is in fact Vincent Akard who has lane choice. So that will be forcing Chad into the subjective bad lane here. But that was the lane he just defeated the #1 qualifier, Brandon Adam, in. So I don't know, maybe that works better for Chad. We'll have to see in this race here.
even off the line. Into the fun box. Vincent takes a much wider entry into the turn, but it doesn't help him as Chadwick leads, but he washes it out.
Chad washes out really hard on the exit there, trying to get on the throttle too early. And with a clean lap, Vincent Akard will be moving on to the semifinals. Good showing for Chad, even with the unfortunate break there, still being able to take out the #1 qualifier is definitely a feat worth being proud of. I'm sure he'll be looking to get back out here for freestyle.
Next race is going to be Trevor Amos and Josh Gajewski. Trevor with lane choice taking the gray lane, throwing Josh into the blue lane. Both drivers on the line. Maybe a slight lead to Trevor off the line, but as they go into the fun box, the lead narrows slightly, and it's about even on the exit.
Yeah, Gajewski pushed a little harder than Trevor did getting through the exit of the turn, but he's going to wash it out here, and Trevor will be moving on to the semifinals as Gajewski is all over the place across the finish.
In our next race, Tyler Richmond and Trevor Michalesko already staged at the line.
Moving along very quickly here.
Even off the line as they go towards the turn. Tyler kicks it in wide, and Trevor keeps it tight, but he spins it a little bit and he loses a lot of ground.
Losing a lot of ground, but he kind of set himself up well for it. But Tyler's out of shape. I didn't see that for a second. He's going to end up spinning out in the final turn and will lose the #2 qualifier now down and out of the racing bracket here. An unfortunate break for Tyler Richmond, as Trevor Michalesko will be moving on to the semifinals. He's trying to see if he would make up the ground there, but Tyler just lost it. Haven't seen too many upsets, but
our next race is actually Mark Culinary and Tyler May, and this one's an interesting one because Mark Culinary hasn't been able to participate that many times this season, and Tyler May is known for his consistency, so this is going to be an exciting one to watch.
Yeah, Mark only has made, I believe it is 2 events so far this season. He's pretty far down in the overall points, but with 2 events left, a good showing here and then next week in Glendale could definitely maybe push him up near that number 12 spot and go for the playoffs. But we'll have to see, as he will have to get past a great racer in Tyler May, who is currently 11th in overall points.
Mark taking that gray lane, which isn't always a definite win, as we just saw in the last race, so it's anyone's game in this late part of the competition. Very even off the line. Coming around that straightaway into the turn, both of them with very similar approaches and very similar turns as they're about even.
Yeah, Tyler went a little bit wider on the entry, but he's a little bit behind now going through the final turn. Mark Culinary and Wicked Willies, though, going to take the win over Poison. With a 14.8031 for Mark's time. That is the first person besides one of the third person tonight in racing, but the fastest time we've seen so far in the racing competition. Actually, I believe that's just straight up the fastest time we've seen tonight. That's outpacing the fastest qualifier's time of Brandon Adam. As we move into the semifinals, we have only a few races left to go as we take a look at the brackets now. We're seeing number 9, Vincent Akard, and number 5, Trevor Amos. Trevor, the man to watch tonight, with the only other person with a win left. And then the second half of that round, we'll be seeing Trevor Michalesko and Mark Culinary. Mark coming off of the fastest time recorded tonight. We'll see if he can keep himself consistent through the end of the event.
Vincent pulling to the line in the gray lane, Trevor Amos in the blue lane. Both these guys are very competitive in racing, and it's anyone's race at this point despite the lane, so this is going to be a close one. Looks like maybe a red light on Trevor there. He left way before Vincent. Maybe that was just my connection, but he's got a massive lead over Vincent at this point.
Yeah, we're going to double check that after the race. A very interesting leave at the line there, as he will clearly finish the race first, but we're going to look that over. So it was either a very perfectly timed light for him or what might have been a red light. Probably the closest to what might be a red light call we've had this year. Got a couple rolling starts getting overturned. Now, this is a frame-by-frame type of check here. As far as we can see, it looks like it was just a very perfectly timed light for Trevor. No early start for him, though. It was probably the most perfect of a launch you can get in competition, as it was just issues for Vincent that cost him. As we're about to get into the action here, driver staged on the line, about to be in the final half of the semifinals here.
Mark with a possible lead off the line, definitely lead going into the fun box, maintaining that, but it evens out, maybe like a half truck to Mark.
Yeah, Mark had a great hole shot at the start, keeping it smooth through that final turn, and the lead will stay with him as Mark Collier are moving into the racing finals here tonight in Wicked Willie's. Another sub 15 second time of 14.8951. That will likely give him lane choice, it looks like, as he will be facing Trevor Amos in, here's the picture, Tony Hawk. Trevor trying to keep himself one of the only two people to win racing this season, as he has quite the challenge ahead of him, as Mark has been consistently sub 15 for the past couple rounds.
Mark's going to be taking that gray lane with his lane choice, giving him a definite advantage in this final race. However, Trevor Amos is no stranger to the championship race, so I think it's going to even out. It is anyone's race.
Yeah, second winningest driver of this season in Trevor Amos, and the overall, on his career, the most winningest driver in Mark Collier.
See if Trevor can pull off one of those amazing starts that he had in his last race, the borderline red light, but no, it was just frame for frame perfect on the go. We're going to see how this race plays out as both drivers are going to stage at the line. Very even off the line, dead even as they thunder down the straightaway and into the turn. Very even turns for them as they're even on the exit.
Yeah, Trevor taking a wider approach to the entry of that turn, but he is going to be behind, and Mark with another clean pass with the sub 15 seconds will get him a racing victory, the first on the year for him, and the first person that isn't Trevor Amos or Brandon Adam to win racing, and of course, none other than Mark Collier to be the one to do it.
Yeah,
Yes.
What a very interesting racing bracket we had. We started out with an insane upset with Chadwick taking the win over Brandon Adam, the number one qualifier, and here we ended with Mark Collier taking the win. And man, just a night of upsets and a night of excitement.
Well, it definitely proved consistency and speed, as Mark said it earlier today. I think it was during qualifying, trying to be consistently fast is the best, and he was the only person below 15 seconds every round tonight, and he got the job done.
Yeah, and I mean, this is exciting, but the night's only getting started as we're going to head to Freestyle next. And as you see from the racing track, we have some big obstacles to play with. So this is surely going to be one of the most exciting freestyle events of the season, and you're not going to want to miss it. We'll be back here in 15 minutes for all the freestyle action. We'll see you there.
such a swing. Anyone could see. But ain't many things that look so good to me. Music got my head spinning all around. She got me in a trance just by the way she danced. I feel so high, dancing all night. You blow my mind, 'cause you're so fine. I feel so high, dancing all night. You blow my mind, 'cause you're work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger than ever. Hour after hour, work it never over, work it 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 over. Hour work it never over, work it 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 over. Hour work it never over.
We are back for Freestyle here at Angel Stadium in Anaheim, California for this big floor in a baseball stadium. I believe this is the first time this season we're seeing a baseball stadium floor, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And then back alongside me from racing is Danny Mackey to call all this wild freestyle action. Danny, how do you feel about the layout we see on this big Angel Stadium floor?
Well, there's a lot of room. We got some huge jumps out here. I think we'll be seeing a lot of big air, but a couple of these obstacles will definitely be a challenge for these drivers. Some of these crush cars, I'm sure, will be tripping up a few people, and have to see who takes what jumps early. That van stack right out of the gate might throw some more people for a loop than they might have expected.
Yeah, you definitely got to watch out what you're going to hit, as Magnus Berkland is in the tunnel and ready to go as our first truck out. Let's see what he's going to line up for first. Obviously, you have that van stack right at the tunnel entrance. He's going to go right for it. Gets a nice pop off of it.
Into a wheelie. Nice way to start out the run. You always say the Willman trucks don't like to do a wheelie, but we see a good one out of them there.
Opting to go around the rest of that obstacle. He hits the jammer there and flies it over the van stack across the floor. Oh,
It's
flips it a little bit there.
Yeah, almost got caught up in the fun box, but he keeps it straight. He's going to go for this giant box van jump here. And he gets some nice there, kind of shoots it off to the side. He brings it towards the middle of the main set of obstacles. He's going to come up sideways.
No. Can he save it? No, we can't.
Unfortunate for him. He got caught up on the fountain, as that will end the run.
Max has had a couple tough breaks. I remember the last time we saw him out here, he had a very similar sad ending, only about 30 seconds in. Hopefully we can see him pick it up towards the last few events, but yeah, that's a tough break.
Yeah, it's always hard going out first in freestyle. That just did not work out for him. Scores coming in from our judges now.
It's going to be a total of a 14 for Magnus. Definitely not the start he wanted, and not a great start for freestyle, but still great to see him out here. And it's always great to see him. He is a legend in the Simos community. Been around for forever. But coming around next is one of the newer guys of the community, Tyler Richmond, and he has proved to be one of the best competitors on the series this season.
Yeah, going a little early tonight. Nothing more than just scheduling circumstances for him, as he is currently near the top of the freestyle point standings on the season and is looking to make a push for the playoffs. Actually, I believe he is just outside. He's number 4 overall right now.
He's going to bring in his truck on the track. We're going to see what he can do. He's high up in the points, but can he continue tonight? He has had some tough breaks this season, but he has a big floor to work with. He's going to start out on that jammer.
Yeah, we've seen him go late in freestyle in that outbreak truck. Gets a great pop into a moonwalk, dragging it on the nose.
Cast vertical on the nose. Extremely skillful.
Very good job to start out the run with a very unique move. Get some big air off the box fan. We've seen Tyler earlier in the season have some great 1-minute freestyles and then just lose it around the middle of the run. He seems a little bit more conservative, even though his moves are very impressive, as the big floor might be working to his advantage here.
Coming around, looking like he's going for the cross thread as he's 30 seconds in, flying it to the downside of the fountain, getting hooked up a little bit.
Oh, a huge vertical sky wheelie, and just uses the crush cars to bring him back down. Out by home plate. A long run up to this van stack. Oh my goodness, all the way across the floor.
Downsides the fun box. That was a lot of air, flying it as far as you can possibly go. He's getting big speed here as he goes for the van stack again.
He has some long run-ups. You can get these obstacles, and he's definitely getting a long run-up to most of them. I get the nice little pop over the box van to get back to the other van stack.
A little over halfway through his run, he's going for the backflip ramp, and he is going to land it on the front and bounce it into a slight moonwalk, into more of a moonwalk.
Oh my goodness.
Great move. Gets it into a little bit of a wheelie. Can't bring it out too far.
Yeah, he's got the roll bar on top of the body, but that doesn't do much to really actually do anything. He doesn't have a bow tie on that chassis, so he can really let the truck roll past vertical. He's going to get some big air off of the fountain stack right through the fountain spray.
Only about 30 seconds left or so to fill out the clock, as this is a great run for him. Although I do think he is keeping it kind of conservative to make sure he fills the clock, although that might be a smart game plan.
Yeah, we've said it all season long. Filling the time is probably the most important thing you can do for your freestyle score. And, onto wheels. Can he bring it back? He's going to let the truck set into a sidewall, and he brings it back right at time into the wheelie. What a great way to end out the run.
Yeah, that was a beautiful sequence there, right at the end of the clock, and fills the full 2 minutes, getting the 20 points for time. A great showing from Tyler Richmond.
Definitely someone who can always lay out a great run when he has a full 2 minutes to work with, and he definitely used all of his time available tonight. That will definitely put him into the lead. The scores are coming in now.
It's going to be a 42 for Tyler Richmond, a great score for the second truck out.
Yeah, I'm sure that will hold for a few runs, although he will have some immediate people following him to challenge. Some more guys going a little bit earlier tonight, as we'll be seeing Vincent Akard and Piece of Scrap coming out next. Another driver worthy of attention in freestyle. One of the guys we said to watch out for in the points, as he is currently sitting in 5th with our unofficial results from racing considered in overall points. Get some nice air off of the center fountain to start off the run.
Yeah, we've seen some crazy runs from Vincent, and I expect nothing less in this run. He's keeping up some big speed in that combo there to the van stack, flying it over, and then another combo into the jammer, spinning it around.
Nice flat spin of sorts, I guess you could say. He kind of spun it around there. Out by the fun box, pops it over, and he's going to go for the big van stack and floats it over, but the rear end catches. He's all out of shape and kind of spun around on the nose. A wild ride, but he brings it back down comfortably.
Yeah, getting some Lupe Souza in there, swinging the rear end on the face of a jump, trying to get it to react. And he's doing some wild sidewall maneuver there into a save.
Going for a two-wheel skill competition with that move. Oh, a nice cross-thread over the center of the floor. Kind of pops it up over the fountain. And he's going to cross-thread some more onto the nose. And he just whips it the rear end into the fun box, just spinning the truck all over the place now. He's a minute into the run.
Looks like he's trying to get the truck to react, and it's just not having any of it. It's staying planted on the ground, which, unlike some weeks, might be a better thing to do here on this track.
Yeah, kind of working to his advantage, although it's not quite the excitement he would have wanted. He gets a huge wheelie run and just kind of throws it over onto two wheels and back down.
Keeping up some big speed, although I must say the moves where he is trying to make something happen, that's hurting his momentum, but that is some big air.
Very floaty over the center stack. 30 seconds left in the run now. He's going to attack the gray racing lane, and that's going to send him great vertical air. Let the truck take a set on its side. Doesn't really get a sidewall walk out of it, though. Eyeing something here. I think he's going to go for the... Oh, he's going to cross thread.
Man, that's not good.
That is not where you want to wind up. A great cross thread attempt does not work out for him, though. That'll end his run with just 5 seconds left. Didn't know what he was going there at first, but just sent the truck straight up like a rocket ship. As the scores are coming in now.
It's going to be a 40. He's going to be 2 points behind Tyler Richmond. He's going to go right into second place, but still a solid run from Vincent Akard.
Yeah, was trying to work with the Willman suspension, trying to get a lot of two-wheel moves out of it. Had some nice runs there. But the truck just didn't want to take the sets for him. Ironically enough, the one suspension that usually will throw it wherever it wants to wanted to really stay planted, so he couldn't really get the moves out of it he wanted.
Yeah, I definitely think that hurt his score, especially in the technicality. He maybe about 5 times in the run that he tried to get something done, and the truck would not react the way he wanted it. Was not cooperating, but still a solid score with a 40. As our next run is going to be Chadwick Deerfoot in the Bad Dog. I look forward to this one.
Yeah, we always enjoy getting to see Chadwick compete here in freestyle. Hasn't had too many great runs this season. Some weird and unfortunate breaks in Detroit. We saw as he starts it right over the van stack though, and he's just gonna attack the giant van stack. It's a great sky wheelie and gonna drive out of it.
This is a good track for Chad because there are some obstacles that will provide for some great technical moves, especially like the jammers you see there. He's going to go for a nice slap wheelie. There's jammers that are meant for sky wheelies. He's going to double slap wheelie.
Oh,
a triple slap wheelie.
And he's going to let it come back down. Heading
Jim's
over.
what I was saying.
Yeah, big box truck here. Gets some huge air.
He will find technical moves out of nowhere on these tracks.
Nice and smooth over the backside of the race lane. The rear end really bouncing around hard for him. Pretty stiff there. The other box truck here. Some more air. He's going to go right into the fountain. Gets a little wet doing it.
Heading over to the far side of the track near the battle ramp. Is he going to go for the reverse backflip?
Oh,
he is. Twisted a little bit.
He wasn't quite lined up for it, but he got it clean on the other side.
Yeah, I love the setup he had for that. He didn't waste any time. He spun around and shoved in reverse and got it done, and that is going to help with momentum as he's going to cross-thread the box van there and get some big air and a nice sky wheelie.
Yeah, over to the other van stack they put out there for freestyle. Might need to pick out the momentum just a little bit, I would say, but he's got a lot of nice moves so far. He's halfway through the run. He's eyeing up this backflip wall.
Oh, man.
Oh, but he gets it out of it. Hard on the throttle, and he gets the rotation on the opposite side. Probably the most challenging backflip wall of the season. And he's able to get through it, but he's on its side again. Getting a little out of shape.
There's also some great opportunities for big air on this track, and I think he needs more of that. He's going for some nice air there, but that car inside one of the race lanes is a great pop ramp, and there's another great sky wheelie. Man, he has heard me, and he is going for the big air at the end of his run. He's only got 3 seconds left.
Getting really caught up in the containers down at the end of the track, as this will be his last move at time, and he's just going to send it over the fountain. Some more big air. A solid run for Chadwick. I don't know if Bad Dog's going to be taking the lead here, but we'll see what the judges have to say about it, as he's just going to dump it over with a great cyclone at the end of the run. Well, after time, rather.
It's going to be a 39. That's going to put him into 3rd place. Only 1 point behind Vincent Akard, who we just saw go.
We'll take a look at the overall results so far for this freestyle competition. 4 trucks in, as you can see. Tyler Richmond able to fill the time tonight, and he has been rewarded justly with the 42 for his score. Vincent Akard right behind him with the 40. And then Chadwick, we just saw the solid run with a 39, and Magnus losing it early, only has a 14 to show for it. As we'll be keeping you up to date throughout the rest of the night. But back to the track now, as Mark Collinari in Wicked Willies, the racing winner, going for a double down tonight. We've seen 2 freestyles from him this season. He's had some great runs. We'll see if he can get over the hump again and get another freestyle win for him.
Getting some big air off that ramp, flying it all the way across the floor and over to what looks like this giant box ramp. Now he just slides up the face of the jump.
Uses it to get back into the middle of the floor with a huge sky wheelie that he'll drive out of, and he walks it, crawls it over the jammer somewhat, back into the middle of the floor, lets it float over into a bit of a wheelie as he kind of just drifts over the fountain.
Now this is some big momentum, the best momentum we've seen in the first quarter of the run. He's 30 seconds in, and he gets some big air again. As I was saying in Chad's run, there is some obstacles on this track that will provide for some crazy air, and he saves it right in front of the container.
Good job running out of room there at the end of the floor, able to use his driving skill to get him back as he tries to walk a turning slap wheelie. Almost gets a nice turn out of it, but not quite. Just driving the truck all over the place. Not letting up at all as he is attacking the center part of the track.
He's also calculating the exact hits he needs, though, because he's avoiding the more sketchy ramps and going for the ones that are a safer hit. As he's a minute of the run, he goes for the back ramp. A perfectly executed backflip. He tries to get the moonwalk, but he just gets a small reverse save out of it.
as he arcs it over into a wheelie, really letting the suspension push him back up as he kicks it over the little table pads there. Not as vertical, but a very nice leap through the box truck as he, again, running out of room on the end of the floor over there. 30 seconds left now. I think he's going to let it all hang out.
Yeah, this has been a great run. Great momentum, and he's getting the air. What's he going to go for here? The backside of the fountain with some more nice air. If he can get one more big air hit, and I think that's going to help his score out.
We'll have to see. Not much time left for him as he's just going to fling it onto the box truck. In fact, he's going to stop it on the nose on one wheel. A phenomenal stoppie there at the end of the run at time.
That was some of the best balancing I have seen this season. What a strange angle that truck was at.
Just froze it in time. As a little bit of showing off for the fans here. I think he's just going to park it right up top of the box truck. Scores are coming in now.
It's going to be a 44. He's going to take the lead by 2 points.
A very well-rounded but well-executed freestyle run. It was 8th across the board from our judges for their respective categories. We'll see if Mark can actually hold on tonight. He's had a couple runs. He's had to go early a lot this season in his 2 runs so far, and has held on for most of the event, but loses it near the end. We'll see if tonight's the night he can get a win in freestyle.
Alex Frullo coming out next in pure muscle. See what he's going to line up here first. He's going to bypass that van stack. Looks like he's going to come over for this triangular obstacle now. He's going to go right around it with some big speed.
But he lets up because he almost hits the jammer.
Yeah, he could have got more air out of that, but he still gets some huge air.
Downsides the fun box, though. A nice transfer. He goes back over to the other van stack, gets some more horizontal air just flying across the track.
That was almost dangerous. He got very close to landing on that obstacle.
Combos through over the fountain, some more big air. Flinging into some donuts right at the end of the track. Gotta look out for how much room he has. It's another driver kind of sliding up the side of the box truck. No one really wants to go on all the way.
Oh, what a save!
All out of shape. He's just gonna drive through as a triple barrel roll.
Wow, that was violent.
That was very violent. Surprised. I don't think I've seen too many trucks get 2, let alone 3 rolls over on that side. As I think that might be the end of his run. From up on the nose, it rolled over 3 times, or twice actually, 2 or half. But either way, a wild wreck is going to end it for Alex Frullo. Unfortunate break for him, as he had a great combination going there, and really stick-to-itiveness to not let out of the throttle, but it did not work out.
It's going to be a 16, though, so... I mean, that was an exciting sequence of moves. He almost had an incredible save out of that, but he got tripped up by the dirt.
Yeah, quite a ride for him. We're about to get back to the floor with Alex Lindgren now in just a Willman. Coming out of racing, had one of the closest races of the season against Vincent Akard. We'll see if he can have a better performance in freestyle. Alex has been going out and using that Willman suspension to his advantage, really just letting the truck get on its side in reverse a lot of the time. Very unique driving style he's taken this season.
That was some big air. He almost cased it. He's made it work though in a twisted backflip off the ramp. A great sequence to start the run.
Oh, he gets caught up in the cars, but he settles it down smoothly, letting the truck kind of pull away as he gets caught on the container, and now he's on his side, a weird spot that gets stuck, but he's able to get out of it.
Yeah, that was almost scary. That would have been very sad to see him end it there. He gets off and he's still going over the fun box with some nice air.
Yeah,
That did hurt his momentum though, so
Yeah,
he needs to keep that in mind.
better to get off and roll over than to be stuck up there and have your run end, though. Gonna bring it back. It looks like he's gonna try to tackle the entire middle section here. He's gonna land it right into the fountain. Good job of turning on the landing. A great vertical sky wheelie. These guys really like hitting the sky wheelie off of that box truck, as he is gonna run out of room again. A lot of issues with momentum so far. He's halfway through the run, but he gets some more big air.
Yeah, he needs to add more variety to the run. He's just getting air mostly. He needs more technicality, as he does have good momentum now, but the spots where he really slowed down is what's going to hurt him.
Oh, let's walk up just on one wheel on the wheelie, as he's going to get down in the end of the track again. Spins it back around and he's going to shoot it back over the jammer now.
That's a
really
big
likes to run out
sky
vertical,
wheel.
and he walks it out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a tumble there as well. A solid fast roll. I don't think the truck really took much in the way of a hit there. It kind of just got caught up on its side and just momentum carried him. And still get refired here. He's got about 30 seconds left. That was the craziest wheelie I've seen this season.
Yeah, that was definitely wheelie of the year in a very unconventional way.
Let's go for another wheelie. Floats over the van stack. Not much time left. We'll see what he can do to finish out the run. He's going to try to cross it the other way. Oh, he is over past vertical. And the truck just comes to a stop. It's going to roll back on all four wheels, but that is the end of his run. With 10 seconds left. Crazy run near the end, but not enough to fill time. Some great moves nonetheless. Alex Lindgren in Just a Willman, always able to put out some very, very unique and unthought of moves. I love that wheelie he had where he just landed the rear end and just let it stick and drive through it. Not too often you see something like that.
It's going to be a 38, so still a solid score. We've seen a lot of high scores in this freestyle competition. Only 3 people have filled the clock, 4 have not. So, I don't know. We're still seeing high scores even though these guys aren't completely filling the clock.
Yeah, some good runs so far, as you were saying. We're kind of getting to that middle of the order spot where a lot of guys may not be filling time as often. We had a couple of exceptional drivers going a little bit earlier tonight. We'll see how that plays out. Definitely a big factor every night, as Travis Palm in Eclipse is about to hit the floor. Still has to beat Mark Collinari's 44, as Mark is holding on to the lead. Seen Travis multiple times this season in that Eclipse truck. See if he wants to start this off any differently. He's got a lot of speed as he kind of parade laps going off for the camera, I think, here. A little caught up with the container, but he's going to spin the wreck round. Run has not started yet, not until he makes his first move. Looks like he's going to eye up. No? I think he's going to head over to the little table pads. Oh, big pop off of it.
Some big air to start the run.
Brings it back over to the giant van stack, flying across the floor.
Coming back over to the fun box, getting a decent pop off of that, but it's the wheelie. Can he combo it? He does.
Oh, he's straight up and down. Slowly, he drives through it and back out again. Right through the bottom fountain. Oh, he's going to cross thread and gets another sky wheelie. Lands it right on top of that van there. Oh, he's got to keep it careful. He's getting a little out of shape. And he brings it back through. Eyeing up the other van stack, launching it across the floor. So just past 30 seconds. Oh, just drifts it.
Yeah, I wish someone would just hit the front side of that big truck ramp and just jump over it, but we haven't seen anyone do it yet.
Minute in now. Oh, he's gonna cross thread over the other box truck. Lets the rear end really swing out. He kind of loses it a bit. He's gonna kind of pops it over with a
skips over the ramp in a wheelie.
There's some donuts there. Very interesting cross there. People have been attacking that whole section of the track. A lot of different angles so far. Pops it up again. Lets the rear end do the work on the nose. Rolls over on its side, but he's not going to be able to bring it back.
Wow.
Quite a ride there at the end. Suspension doing a whole lot of stuff, but not bringing the truck over. 25 seconds left on the clock. That's going to get him 15 for his time. See what the judges have to say about the rest of the run, though.
It's going to be a 32 for Travis Palm.
With that, we'll take a look once again at our freestyle standings now that we are halfway through the night. Overall scores, Mark Collinari still in the lead with a 44, went out early, trying to go for a double down. Tyler Richmond, Vincent Akard among the top three, as we see Chadwick Deerfoot, Alex Lindgren, and Travis Palm, the remaining guys, over 30 points, and then Alex and Magnus rounding out the top 8. As we're about to get back onto the track for the second half of freestyle, and no better to kick off the second half than with Chris Bilek in Party Time. We'll have to. I'm excited to see what he can do here on this big track.
Yeah, Chris is an insane freestyler. He had to tone it down a little bit for the rules here in NAMT, but I still think he can put on a show, and we're going to see what he can do on this crazy course. Hopefully he doesn't get tripped up, because he can put on a show if he fills the clock.
You're definitely one to watch. Haven't seen him too much this season, as he goes right into the backflip ramp, lands it hard on the, well, not too hard on the nose, so let's kind of settle it on there. And
looks like he tried to do what Tyler Richmond did, but he just had too much rotation speed.
Floats over the van as he heads down by home plate, swings it around for the box truck. A nice little pop, walks it over, and he's going to go for a wheelie out of it, and just lets it take all the way across the whole section of the track there. Oh.
Uh-oh. Up on two wheels, but he brings it down. Up on two wheels again.
Suspension doesn't want to stay on four wheels, but he's just going to bicycle it across the floor into the fun box.
Wow, that was the biggest arrow I've seen off that fun box. And he spins it around the front end. He's in a tough situation. He's got to back it up.
He's getting caught up on the side of the big box truck, trying to just get it straight. First person to tackle it that way, but he had a lot of trouble trying to get to it.
Yeah, he really should have just backed it up perfect the first time. He's spinning it around.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's what it takes when you're, oh my god, just more big. Oh, that's a huge launch off of the box truck. Biggest off of that tonight. I was about to say, don't necessarily need to make two-wheel skill moves, but having that type of skill will get you out of trouble.
Wow.
So he just smoothly walks it down all over the place now as he's walking a wheelie into the backflip ramp, gets a good kick, and drives out of it again.
He's really turned it up in the second half of his run. He's got 30 seconds left, and he's back up on two wheels.
Oh, no.
Oh, he saves it.
Hard on the nose as it crashed into the fountain. I think, a weird impact on the side of the fountain. The judge officials are going to check the truck over real quick. He's got about 17 seconds left. As he will have what time is left afforded to him to continue. Not much left of the truck though, so I don't think he'll be able to get away with much more.
Yeah, only 20 seconds left, so he's going to have to make it count. He's going to be lining up for what looks like a reverse backflip here.
Oh, a great reverse backflip. Almost got the wheelie out of it. I don't know if he was going for that, but he's going to get it almost on two wheels again. And over the other fun box. Whoop,
you can tell that stop really hurt his flow, though. He's having some trouble.
Oh, the rear end kicked him right at time as he... Oh, but he'll take advantage and just stops it on the nose.
Oh, man.
And just floors it into the box truck, and that will end the run. Right
absolutely dies right into the truck at the end there. The speed on the front end there. Wow, unlike anything I've seen before.
Quite the impact on the cage, I will say. as he will get the full 20 points per time as the scores will be coming in.
It's going to be a 42. He's going to go into second place, tied with Tyler Richmond.
Yeah, another truck, Mark Molinari evading as he holds on to his lead. I do think next guy out, John Zimmer in terminal velocity, will be definitely someone to try to challenge for the lead.
Let's see what he can do. He's going to take to the track right now, and I'm excited for this run because he has had some good runs. I remember the first event of the season in East Rutherford, he had a great run, so he definitely has the chance of taking the win.
Floats it over the box truck, but he got the nice wheelie, trying to Pawkins it right over the center fountain. Very nice start to the run. Oh, he's going to go straight to the backflip.
Big speed into the backflip.
A good flip out of it.
Man, still haven't seen a moonwalk out of a backflip today. They've all gone over to the side.
Haven't quite gotten the rotation they needed as he's going to cross thread through the middle and drives through, and he heads right back into the van jump and he gets some more big air.
Yeah, the best momentum of the first 30 seconds out of anyone so far. Let's see if he can keep it up for the rest of the run. He's going to fly it across the floor in the cross thread.
Oh, he's going to cross thread the box truck now. Just he plows the rear end through, and
that was awesome.
Oh my goodness!
Absolutely monster trucks the box truck there, and a big save out of it.
Kind of just rolled through as he's going to attack the box truck from the opposite side. Oh, just launches it over. Second person to do it first that way as he just another sky wheelie and walks it through the fountain.
On the fountain. Now this is an exciting run. Hopefully keep it up.
Sky wheelie.
Man, everything is just working out for John Zimmer right now. The position on all the hip this could cost him though.
Oh, he's getting caught up in the end of the track. Those dumpsters keeping him under control as he gets more out of control and he lands it down again. More cross threads. Really
that was a cool move.
Oh, nicely twisting at 90 degrees. He's out of shape again.
Oh, can he see
dance on the nose? Oh my goodness, no! He's gonna lose it. He could have floored it, probably brought it back down, but he kept it in reverse. I don't know if he lost the shifter there or what, but wow. 12 seconds left. What a run. A wild performance, unfortunately leaving a lot of time left, as even with the scores the judges are going to give him, I don't think the time score will be enough to get him over the hump, but we're going to see here.
It's going to be a 44. He's tied with Mark for the lead.
Those 2 points, those 12 seconds, just not enough to get him over the edge, but I don't know. If he had just filled time, I'm certain that he would have taken the lead.
Oh, yeah, he would have been 2 points over with the same scores. But still, I mean, 12 seconds short, and he ties it for the lead. That is impressive.
I have to say, I've seen some moves tonight that have been crazy. Most of them came from that run right there from John Zimmer. Phenomenal work, just not enough to bring it back there. He was trying to get a little bit too much out of that moonwalk. He was stuck on the nose for a long time.
Man, and Tyler may just watch that go down, and he has to follow it up.
Tyler May in poison coming back out here. I don't think we saw him at our last event, though he was, I believe, in New Orleans, trying to get back into the groove. One of the, as we always say, Tyler, one of the most consistent drivers on the tour. See here if he can try to follow up a phenomenal freestyle and try to get into the lead.
Yeah, I expect some consistency here from Tyler, especially on this course. He's known for consistent runs, so if he doesn't fill the clock, I'll be surprised, but he's going to put up some big moves, like that nice air off the van stack there.
Yeah, follows through, kind of rolls it over the jammer as he spins it back around to the other side. Nice float over into the slap wheelie. And he's going to walk it. He gets a bit of a different angle, so he's going to go for the van stack this time. Haven't seen anyone do it that way so far.
30 seconds in, he's going for the backflip already. Perfectly executed,
Oh,
and
there
he
it
gets the
is.
moonwalk out of it.
First moonwalk out of the backflip tonight.
And that was the best, maybe the best executed backflip we've seen all season. The rotation was perfect on that.
Yep, a very clean landing. Suspension doing all the work to bring it back up again.
Flying it
across,
sideways.
Yeah. Floats it over the van stack on one wheel with the wheelie. A lot of
Halfway
one-wheel
through
moves
his
tonight.
run. Yeah, the wheelies today have been great. I'd say the best wheelie event of the season, especially that one we saw from Alex Lindgren earlier. We might see another one here. Oh, yes, another wheelie in there, and plops it
double
down and
wheelie.
brings it back up, taking a note from Chadwick.
Nicely done to walk it back into the van stack. Is he going for another? No. Oh, is he going to go for the reverse? Going just like what Chadwick did before, but he gets all turned around, and he ends up the opposite direction that he came in at. What a reverse backflip of sorts that was.
The reverse backflips have been very popular tonight. I don't know what it is, but that ramp just seems perfect for it.
Yeah, drifting it around now. He's kind of been a little bit lacking in momentum, but he's had a lot of great moves.
Oh, no!
That was a late call from the officials trying to get to the RAI switch there as he brings it back down.
Eight seconds remain on the clock.
As he'll get to try to fill out time here with what he has left. Interesting roll there as he manages to throw it in reverse, bring it back over.
Line
he
right
goes
up for the car
Oh
back.
my goodness.
Doesn't have much time, only one hit left, and that's going to do it there. His time is going to expire.
Another solid performance as he gets some huge air. Oh my good, oh, hard on the nose. As that will end the run.
It's going to be a 40 for Tyler May, so a very good score. He's actually going to tie with Vincent Akard.
Whole bunch of ties tonight. Tied for first, ties for second, and ties for third. Scores really bunching up near the top. No one able to push ahead of a 44, though, as Mark Culinary and John Zimmer both tied for the lead. As we are narrowing down here, only got about 6 more left. We'll take a look at the scores in 5 left. I'm sorry, 5 left. We'll take a look at the scores after this run coming up from Trevor Michalesko, as he'll be taking Backlash out on the floor.
Yeah, Trevor Michalesko can get some big moves, but unfortunately has some problems filling the clock.
Yeah, he had a solid racing performance, made it to the semifinals to only lose to Mark Culinary, the eventual winner. So I'm sure it would be some sweet revenge to knock him out of the hot seat if he can get a good run here. A lot of speed, but he lets out of the throttle.
Nice air over that car stack there. Small ramp, but
out of
nice
state.
kick off of it.
More nice air over the right backside of the racing lanes and send it back into this little triangle spot here. And he hits the other side of the gray lane.
Going move to move, keeping up some nice momentum as he's going right for the backflip. And
Fast
he twists it.
rotation, jeez. Oh, he just walks it out of it on a wheelie again. Quite a rotation, probably the fastest whip as he's gonna land on the side.
Oh, how unfortunate of a rollover.
The nose just wouldn't come back over. The wheels could not hit the ground. And that's going to end it for him. 40 seconds in, 6 for his time. And the scores will not reflect well for Trevor Michalesko. A great backflip, though. The rotation on that was wild. Rear suspension really letting the kick do most of the work. He got through that very quickly.
It's going to be a 15. So definitely not what Trevor wanted to do, but still great to see him out here in freestyle. Hopefully he can do better next week. But we're moving right along with the next Trevor Amos, in a picture of Tony Hawk.
Yeah, we'll take a look we'll take a look at Trevor in just a moment as we get a recap of the overall standings heading into the Final Four. As still, Mark Calinari and John Zimmer Jr. holding on to their tie for the lead. And then we have a tie between Tyler Richmond and Chris Eilek. And then again, a tie between Vincent and Tyler May. And nearly another tie in our top 8 with Chadwick and Alex Lindgren with the 39 and 38 points apiece. 4 trucks remaining. We'll see if we get any more ties or if someone can break through here and put up a big score. And one of those guys definitely could be Trevor Amos. And here's a picture of Tony Hawk.
Yeah, Trevor always has some fantastic runs. I believe he may have had a bit of a hiccup. Was it last week where he just ended way too early?
Yeah, New Orleans was not a good night for him, but a lot of people had trouble on that track. A great moonwalk, though. First person, really just a standard, but very, very good moonwalk to start out the run. Almost get the wheelie, but he's going to go right back to the racing lane. Now get some big air.
Oh, what a beautiful kick off the backside of that obstacle. He just arcs it perfectly in the air, and he brings it back over to the truck and flies over that, too.
Yeah, Trevor coming off of a racing loss in the finals as he will try to make up the ground here. Floats over the fun box into the backside of the van stack. 30 seconds into the run now.
Big speed going into that jammer. Thought he was going to get caught up, but there he has to back it up. Too much speed going into that. Nice wheelie and a nice pocket, and he bring it down hard on the front end, but he brings it into another wheelie.
Yeah, lands it hard right in the front wheel. Is really taking the brunt of that as he's gonna kind of whip it onto the nose again, and cross threading right through. No wasted motion there. All crab walked and sideways through the whole middle of the floor there. Very nice.
Laying it all out on the line with these hits. He's not afraid of hitting anything from any angle. He's going to go for the moonwalk here, walking it into the fun box.
Nicely. Oh, and he parks it into the rear and gets a bit of a wheelie stand.
Bogged it down a little too much, but he could have got a nice wheelie off of that.
A little out of shape. Didn't quite want to hit the box truck that way. Can spin it back around to the van stack. 30 seconds left, just letting it sail across the floor as he's going to go for the box truck and get some big air over it.
Yeah, the clock's winding down, only about 20 seconds left. This has been a good run, but I think he might need another wow moment if he wants to take the lead. There's a nice wheelie.
Oh, weird cross thread, and he's going to drive out of it. Haven't really seen anyone hit the jammers that way. If he spins it into a donut, haven't seen so many of those tonight.
And that's going to be the end of time.
Oh.
Build the 2 minutes. Interesting corkscrew off of the car backflip.
Yeah, hitting that after the time expired. A solid run, but I don't know if that's going to be able to take the lead. We'll see from the judges.
Only going to be a 41 for Trevor, but still a very solid score for the point standings. Very consistent.
Yeah, it's important. Even if you don't take away a trophy, it's always pushing further along in the overall points chase. As one of the guys we mentioned in the beginning of the show, Josh Gajewski in Control Freak, looking to lock himself in after tonight's event. A couple guys with the unofficial results being locked in, but we'll see how the freestyle results of tonight play into that as he's about to hit the floor.
Yeah, I'm excited for this run. Josh Gajewski, a very good freestyler when he can fill the clock. He does run into some trouble sometimes.
Yeah, he's had some solid runs this season, most notably that hometown showing in Detroit. Nearly got the win there. Let's see what he can do all the way out here in Anaheim.
Flying it over that ramp, almost getting caught in the dumpster, spins it around right in front of them, and big speed over the fun box.
Gonna bring it back over to the middle of the floor. Shoots it off a little bit to the side. He's going to go back to the van stack. He's going to attack it at a very different angle than most have, I think. A nice wheelie out of it, too. Just back around and around over the middle of the track, really attacking the cross threads here.
Nice
a little
save.
Out of shape. Oh my goodness, almost lost it there. Throws it in reverse.
Man, I was going to say that save forced him to go to the outside obstacles, but then he gets caught up, has to back it up and go back to the middle.
Just tackling everything as he hard roll over onto all 4 wheels. Very hard somersault there for him.
Yeah, tough landing. He just got caught up, slams it onto the roof. They're going to let him continue.
Doesn't have much left in that truck, so have to be careful with how he drives it here for the rest of the run. Oh, brakes hard as he gets caught on the side of the wheel. Oh my goodness.
That was a very tight save. The roof almost touched the ground there, and it was almost completely over, but he's going right back for the backflip ramp. Consecutive backflip.
Very nice.
He pulls it out.
Oh, he's gonna nose over hard, and he drives out of it again. Oh, but he's getting caught up all over the place. No safe spot to land right now for Josh Gajewski.
He rolls it over, they let him go, and he just lays it all on the line.
Drifts it over the up ramp there. 30 seconds left.
Oh man!
Oh my goodness! Kind of transferred it off there. Quite the move off of the car stack. They set that up for the backflip.
Sliding it over the big truck again. Big speed over to the cars into a wheelie. Man, the speed in the end of the run is insane, as that's going to be time right there.
Making up for that stopping there, but he's right into reverse on. This is after time, but just all over the throttle. Oh my goodness!
Man, getting some wheel work going on at the end there. Showing the fans maybe a little bit of a preview for next week.
Yeah, maybe we'll see some more moves out of that. I don't know what that was at the end. Just hard on the throttle in both forward and reverse. A solid run for Josh Gajewski. We'll see what the scores show for him.
It's going to be a 42, so he's once again going to be in a 3-way tie for second place with Tyler Richmond and Chris Bialik.
Yeah, points really scrunching up near the top as we're down to our final 2 competitors of the night. As we'll take a moment to remind everyone, next week will be the final event of the regular season for NAMT. We'll be in Glendale, Arizona at State Farm Stadium. A huge floor for these drivers to work with, and we're going to have a big track prepared for them. But after that, we'll be looking at 3 playoff tracks, and as we've been alluding to at the lock-in going into that, we have 12 drivers who will be locked in to those 3 events, and we'll have an additional 12 try to qualify in just to play upset. And those 12 locked-in drivers will be competing for a points championship. Those 3 events, starting them all out at 0 points, and whoever can walk away after 3 events will be the season champion in racing, freestyle, and overall points. And we'll be sure to watch Andrew Sheets, as he's one of the drivers locked in, as he has 2 weeks to prepare that Skella Dragon truck. He's about to hit the floor now.
Nice start off the cross thread there. Bringing it around to the fun box. Looks like he's going to go right for the backflip ramp with a nice backflip into a nice moonwalk. Can he walk this one out?
Oh, he is going to walk it way out. Low profile truck really let the rear end come around hard as he taps the containers. They're going to be careful of that.
Bounced it off the containers, which gave him a better exit of that moonwalk. Mind games maybe with the track props.
Really, almost you could say a resources of sort. I don't think he was intending to do that though, as he is.
Oh, I don't think he was intending to do that one either. But he
oh my
back
goodness!
Down.
The truck kind of just rolled through there. Very odd way to go through. Oh, combos it through the fun boxes. Andrew is coming in here defending 2 freestyle victories consecutive over the previous weekend we were competing. So
yeah, he really stepped up his game. He started the season really with a really tough shape, but he stepped it up great. And this is a great run too. He's halfway through his run and with a big move right through that truck.
Interesting using the jammer as a down ramp of sorts for how twisted he got. He gets a huge sky wheelie across the floor. Holding up a lot of speed. Is he going for the back? No, he's going to go for the van stack and just get some nice air out of it.
Keeping up great momentum.
Oh, a nice float over into a wheelie with 30 seconds left, out of shape. Doesn't quite get the Falcon combo, but he's still a nice move set through there.
Let's see what we can do in the last 30 seconds. I think he's going to maybe need to pick up a technicality.
Oh,
this is nice to say that. He's
goodness.
doing a crazy move on the front end.
Kind of a sidewall transfer to moonwalk as he kind of popped it up on the
Oh,
nose.
huge air.
Oh, he's going to go for it again. He's dancing the truck on the nose. Very impressive finesse of the throttle as he spins it into some donuts here. Clock is winding down. Actually, that was
Time
right
did
there.
expire off the racing lane, so all this is just for the Anaheim fans.
As that will end the truck right there. A great run for Andrew Sheets. I'm curious if that's going to be enough to take the lead, though.
It is. It's going to be a 45. He takes the lead by 1 point.
A well-rounded performance was able to get him over the top. It was that momentum score flowing from move to move. I was able to just push him past as he sits with one truck left, surprisingly, looking at potentially a third consecutive race freestyle victory.
Now, I believe the last time we were here at North American Monster Trucks, wasn't it John Zimmer and Mark Culinary tied for the lead, and then Andrew Sheets took them over for the first place?
I believe it was. If that wasn't the case in Detroit, it was probably the case in New Orleans, as Andrew has been winning freestyle consecutively with 5 points to spare. Brandon Adam, who has been a very quiet night, surprisingly, the most winningest driver this season, lost in round 1 to the number 16 seed Chadwick Deerfoot, and has had all night to sit around in the back and figure out what he wants to do for freestyle. He's just going to launch it off of the side of the van stack to start out the run, and I don't think there will be any time wasted in this freestyle run as the rear end just trails out behind him.
Now he knows that he has to go big if he wants to win this, and he's going big for sure with crazy moves in the air. Slided up the backflip ramp and is going to have some big speed here to the backside of the fountain with some big air.
He's the first driver locked into the playoffs this year. He got locked in at the beginning.
Oh,
of
he's got
weekend,
a flat tire.
Oh, he had this happen to him in Detroit, I believe. I don't know if that tire's going to unpop itself, but he's going to roll around on the rear and bring it back over. As we were about
Looks
to
like
say,
he has his pickers repaired the tire for him.
the tire might have fallen back onto the bead there, as there is, oh my goodness, just like a ballerina. Just
Maybe it was a tactical roll to get that tire repaired. He knows stuff that we don't know.
Hey, that would be the 1000 IQ play of the night if he was able to unpop the tire doing that intentionally. Either way, he's back to where he was, and he's just throwing the truck around, no regard to where it lands.
The speed in this run is incredible, right up there with the momentum we saw in John Zimmer and Andrew Sheets. Wow, the speed on that two-wheel move was incredible. He is giving Andrew Sheets a run for his money right now.
I was trying to say, there's no room for a respite as the rear just walks out of it. My goodness, what a landing into a wheelie.
Wow, he is laying it all on the line. The speed he's carrying. Oh no, this is it. All good things must come to an end.
As the longest, going for the pocket there, a lot of guys got it, but he nosed straight into the ground. As with 21 seconds left, that is going to end the run for Brandon Adam. Doesn't want to be forgotten about tonight, and definitely not with a very good run. Would have been challenging for possibly the win tonight if he was able to fill time, but not enough there. As we wait the final score for him.
It's going to be a 39. Very impressive for leaving 21 seconds on the clock.
Yes, a great showing for Brandon. He's locked in. He's currently, I don't know, after this event, he'll probably still be number 1 in points. So nothing to lose here tonight, and definitely not going to sit back and let anyone else try to upstage him. Laying it all out on the floor. As with that, though, our final results are in, and Andrew Sheets, for the 3rd event in the row, has taken the freestyle victory and stolen it right at the end of the night. out of what it seems to be Mark Collinari and John Zimmer's consistent ability to tie each other. But overall in the night, Mark Collinari, as he won racing and with that second place finish, is your overall event winner for the points with 31 out of 32. So a good showing for him. I don't know if we have anything else to add to this, Aaron.
No, what a great show. What a great freestyle competition. Everyone really gave it their all on this track. And I'm excited for next week because next week we head to an even bigger floor at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The last chance to get points in the regular season heading into the playoffs. And that event is going to mean the most out of any of them. And you're not going to want to miss that because we are heading there next week. Only a short 7 days away, and we head to the last event for the regular season. You're not going to want to miss that. It's going to be big. You're going to want to be there, and we will see you there. Good night.
Conquer, react, tuning, distortion, igniting, effect, selfish, greedy, face shifting, bleeding, prepare for abduction, the chaos is breaching. Show,